What is the biggest everyday scam that people put up with? Food labels. A good source of whole grain so-ron sweetened cereal. All natural orange and apple juice. No high fructose corn soy rupo bread that has bleached white flour and some other form of sugar. The best is low fato. When finding out that low fato was never the issue. It was the sugar and carbs that caused diseases. The food industry is biggest scam in the world. Paying service fees when paying for something online. If you tell the truth I won't get mad. This guy I took a math class with in college told me about how in the 90s he set up a fake tech help hotline and charged the most per minute possible. He would then go downtown dressed in a suit and go to a random office pretending he had an interview and act surprised that he was in the wrong place and beg to use their phone to figure out where he needed to go. He would then call his hotline and pretend to have a conversation for just over a minute, so he got paid for 2 minutes and thank the receptionist and leave. Donations to certain political groups by large private groups and companies. Various forms of MLM, and those naive people on FB defending schemes they work for. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's a multi-level marketing job. Beach. This is pyramid scheme. Textbooks. At least at US universities. Depending on the subject they can cost anywhere from $100, $400 USD per book. New editions are released annually to ensure that the content remains up to date and the price remains high. For an egregious example, I had a graduate level economics course that required a $300 textbook, $150 when rented for the semester, which actually had an international version available online that was the exact same book, but instead cost $60 retail. The only thing is that the book was listed as being not for distribution in the US. 50% sale on every tucking shop window. Jelly juice. The women gets destroyed on Dr. Phil about her pseudo CH still making a killing. Selling water at a few dollars a bottle. The new and used car market in the United States. I don't think there is a field more shady and potentially harmful to the consumer. Built-in obsolescence. Consumers spend good money to buy products that are designed to fail or become obsolete in order to stimulate further sales. Not only that, but replacement parts become unavailable or are so expensive to buy and install that consumers end up replacing the item completely, even though it should have much more useful life. Paying for parking at a hotel you're staying at already. Multi-level marketing schemes. Similar schemes bankrupted entire countries before, but they somehow churn along just fine in the form of Amway. Edit. People have been asking for an example. Read a little bit about the Albanian Civil War. Or listen to it in video format. And thanks for the PMs. Close bracket. Ticketmaster and their sale policies. We arrest/fine/ticket people who scalp outside of venues, but it is perfectly legal to resell the tickets on Ticketmaster or StubHub because the website gets a kickback and that is just messed up to me. Also processing/convenience fees when no other option to purchase exists. Don't discuss your pay with fellow employees. Part of me understands that it's kind of tacky to do so, but I read that it was the company's way of not paying people what they deserve. Edit. Clarification on my definition of tacky. My stepdad brainwashed me into never talking about finances because it reflects poorly on some people because they can't tithe enough at the church. Glad that's behind me. Also, RIP in peace. Inbox. Razor blade prices. Black Friday sales. The thing that made me realize how ducked it all is was working in a furniture store. We were selling these small storage ottomans for Black Friday. Regular price $39.99. Sale price $19.99. You know how much we paid for them? A tucking dollar. I am breaking my NDA by telling you all this, lol. Cell phone data. They sell it like it's a finite resource. Like they'll run out if they give you too much. But yet if you don't use it all that month, none of it rolls over. In Canada we also pay the same amount of money for 2 GB that other countries get 100 GB or more for. I am not sure this qualifies, but payday loans. I have not ever done one, but they are obviously all over, and they prey on poor decisions made by poor people. hundreds if not thousands of % interest just because people cannot get out of the trap that they put you into. Predatory lending is just awful. People get into this routine and cannot get out because they are drowning in fees. Healing crystals and other quackery like this. People paying top dollars to get a stone which does nothing else than just look good. Having to give your email address out to basically any company you buy something from so they can spam your inbox. Yes, I'm aware you can unsubscribe, but it's a pain in the grass. I've got a life to live, and it doesn't involve meticulously curating my email inbox on a regular basis. Health insurance in the US. Documentation fees when buying a car from a dealer. Susan G. Komen Foundation. People love this ship for some reason. College textbooks. You change a goddamn picture and release it as a new version, and broke college kids have to buy it. It is the goddamn worst. Ink prices. Doesn't even cost them a quarter to manufacture the ink, yet they are selling it $60 plus. Direct to consumer prescription drug marketing. People should know it, go to the doctor and ask for a drug they saw on a commercial by name. Why can't we live in a world where we don't have to expect that any call from a number not in our contacts is a scam or spam 99% of the time? Bolt-on fees for bullshit that takes no time at all and generally doesn't have material cost. Booking fees and the like. I'm looking at you. Beauty product commercials. Not sure how scam this is considered, but internet package prices. It is super easy and cheap to provide basic internet speeds these days with the foundation we've already laid, so when ISPs charge insane amounts for a mediocre package, that's very much abusing their regional monopoly powers. Listing prices as $XX99 to make them seem cheaper. It's a psychology trick. It works. We see $199.99 and think that is less than $200, but it's exploiting human security vulnerabilities. And worst of all, we could have all these beautiful, round numbers, but instead we end up with a bunch of nines everywhere. Zeros are more orderly than nines and deserve more respect. A few weeks ago I was in London, enjoying many of the completely free museums they have to offer. I wondered why such world famous museums would be free when they could easily charge money. I saw a sign that said, "This museum is made free due to lottery funds." And I thought it was really cool how lottery taxation and profits in London go towards making something so amazing free. I don't know how much lottery money in the States really does go to helpful causes, but I hope it's a lot and isn't just a scam. Outrageous title insurance fees every time you buy or finance a house. $50 FedEx fee please. But the docs were mild. Comcast. Talking Comcast. We wouldn't let Bill Gates install Internet Explorer on his computers, but Comcast/Time Warner exist. Superfoods. They are all products of marketing and fads. Spinach is better and cheaper than kale. Strawberries/blueberries, just as good and cheaper than acai, etc, etc. Renting your Wi-Fi router from the cable company. Not sure how this hasn't been mentioned yet, but you'd pay for one in less than a year if you just bow it at the start. Believing C-level executives when they speak to the press. Paying a giant cable bill to watch commercials. Edit, thank you for the gold.